What's going on, everybody? Lomadic000 with you today. Welcome to another video. I'm here with the director of DOJ Roblox. We are making the dispatch document. If you would like to become a future dispatcher and or law enforcement official or a civilian in DOJ Roblox, apply in the link at the link below. I'm going to stop talking so Mr. Director here can introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Ethan. As Lombardi just said, I am the director, founder, and pretty much owner of Department of Justice Roblox. The goal in the community is to have the best RP scenarios as we can and keep it the most realistic as we can. Here we are making the training document for the dispatch, as he said. This is just going to make sure that everyone is well put up with the standards that we expect of them.
Beautiful. Okay, let's get started. What do you want to explain to them?
So basically, we are making the training for the dispatcher side, so everyone has the standards complete to what we expect of them.
This is pretty much to get everybody familiar with how to be a dispatcher in DOJ Roblox. It's kind of... Our department, by the way, is kind of similar to Polecat 324's actual DOJRP, except he doesn't do Roblox. That's the thing. So, if you're not mature enough, or you're not old enough to do DOJ, or you don't even own a legitimate copy of GTA 5, have no fear, just join Roblox, and we can make your dreams come true. Somewhat. I'm kidding. We'll make your dreams come true. So what we have right now, dispatchers have many jobs in the real world, including 911 calls, answering officers. I'm going to change that. Prioritizing calls, and much more. Being a dispatcher is one of the hardest jobs in the world because of this. However, we attempt to make it easier by using our state-of-the-art CAD/MDT software. To get started, however, to the CAD and wait to be accepted. Once accepted, click over to the 911 button in the patrol window. Select your call sign C- whatever your number is in the emergency services subdivision. This is our CAD. It looks kind of similar to DOJRP's CAD, but at DOJ Roblox, we're not trying to exactly copy them. We're just inspired by them. We just want to make something similar, except it's on Roblox. You know what we mean? Anyways, you can, if you are in our department, you can register at dojrp-cad.bubblelapps.io. It will take you to the login screen. If you don't have access, click request access and register for us, and we will give you access if you are in our department. So I'm just going to click patrol here. As you can see, I'm in the standard dress, how to patrol the civilian operations, and the dispatcher, or the communications, which is the 911 button. So I'm going to turn off my microphone on Discord here. I'm going to go straight to SAHP and click 7 King 11, because that's my highway patrol call sign. I'm going to click no subdivision. And I'm going to click continue here, and here we are in the MDT. It doesn't really look that similar to DOJ, because they have a way different setup than us. Like, no way is this similar. So, as you can see, we have working buttons and whatnot. I'm going to click that. I am a supervisor, second issue at 1090, which means in our department, 1090 is in-game warning. And I'm going to go to reports. You can now make warrants. You can issue a warrant. You can also make a citation. Written warning is no function. And you can also make an arrest report. Which, by the way, I just want to point this out. Ethan kind of did a bad and made it to where on the BCSO traffic ticket, the same arresting thing, or the same thing that you would use on the arrest report was there. Can you tell us about that, Ethan?
I have updated it in the thing. I just haven't released the update, so there you go. That was a mistake, as I used the layout from the traffic ticket to use for the arrest report, and then just edited some stuff around.
Yep, there you have it. So now we're in civilian operations. This is my civilians right here. Taro Barrel has no license and is imprisoned, even though he has 2 cars registered to him. You can make... So, tow MDT does nothing. However, we have a little secret link here. If you change the slash at the end to tow, and you are here. So, for some reason, Casey's highway clearance has a panic button. I don't know why that's there. He's going to have to fix that.
Still work in progress.
Yep, still work in progress. Impound is the only thing that works. Now you can... These buttons are completely different. And by the way, Ethan, you also kind of did a bad again. I just realized if you click online, it doesn't say online. It says 1041. And then you click
Yeah,
unavailable.
I know.
Yeah.
It's because it sets the status to 1041.
Yeah. And that's what the dispatchers are also going to see, which is funny. Anyways, let's go to dispatcher last. My call sign is Control 504, and I need to get my subdivision real quick. We have EMD, Fire EMS, ATC, which stands for Air Traffic Control, which we don't have yet, and Emergency Services. I'm going to click Emergency Services here, and then I'm going to click Continue. And you will be taken to the Communications CAD, which right here, I'm 10-8. You can see me here. You could create a call. You can make a new bolo. You can even start a Signal 100 with working sounds. But I need to go to the CAD for that. So, Ethan, if you'll do the honors for starting a Signal 100 when I say so. So, we do have a working Signal 100 button in the CAD, as I've said, and it actually produces noises. So, Ethan, if you'll do the honors.
Signal 100 active.
There you go. And it will also say Signal 100 is in effect at the top of the screen. Please turn that off, Ethan.
Clip.
And the panic button will also have a function. You can type in a location, and on the thank you, panic button. There is working noises for that too. Now, if you don't type in a location and you don't send a ping, dispatchers will just see it as pinging location on the CAD. But if I do send a location, so let's say Tidewater Drive,
Normally it would be a rough location, so
yeah, such as like Route 40 or something like that. So if you do click this, it will say panic button pushed, and then the call sign for who pushed the panic button. And then in the dispatcher side, they will see in a little separate box that the panic button has been pushed by this call sign, and then they can immediately start a Signal 100 and whatnot. Ethan, please clear that panic button. Now, let's see what it's like to be assigned to a call. Ethan, if you'll just make a test call for a traffic stop. So in our codes here, traffic stop is 1011. So yeah, do the honors of making a call for me, please. So, to make a call in the CAD side, you need to type in all the boxes on the right side of the screen, create the call, and then the call will be created in the current calls, but you need to assign the unit to the call first, just like original DOJRP's CAD system works too. So now you see it says 10-6 call pending, and can you send me back to 10-6 call pending, please? So now, if you're on the call pending, and as you can see here, 1011 traffic stop, 7 King 11, the call number is in the little tab right here. You have a shared notepad, the description, who's on the call with you now, the origin, postal, and location, and whatnot. Now, these buttons will work as soon as you're assigned to a call. So I could click 1020 or 1097, which would notify to the dispatcher. By the way, let's just go over all the codes here. 1042 means out of service. 1041 means in service. 10.8 means in service for calls. 10.7 means out of service for calls, so you're busy. 10.6 means busy unless urgent. 10.97 means en route. 10.23 means on scene. And 10.15 means, I'll just get up the 10 codes here, suspect in custody. So I could say I'm 10.23 and then 10.15. And then Ethan could clear me off the call anytime he wanted, or the dispatcher could clear me off the call anytime they wanted. Or if you don't want them to do that, you just click one of these buttons, and you're automatically taken off the call. So thank you for demonstrating, Ethan, for you. Now I'm going to show you guys what it's like to be a dispatcher. So this is from the dispatcher side of things. I'm going to make a test call and assign Ethan to it. As you can see here, he's signed in as an investigation unit and whatnot. Now this call unit button, this doesn't have any function yet, so don't worry about that. This map will take you to an entire map from an external website of the Ultimate Driving Universe, which is the servers we operate on. And this opens in the same tab, so that means you're going to have to get out of the CAD and then go back in. We have a working stopwatch, which kind of works, except it's kind of slow on my end. So let's not worry about that.
That is due to Wi-Fi.
Yep, exactly. Call archive database, this just shows you previous calls. You can go to the history of them and whatnot. And you can delete the prior calls if you don't want them there anymore. You can also use a proper database search. Firearm search has no function. But let's search like Taro Barrel, for example. As you see, it has a working license, prior tickets, and whatnot. And as you can see, you can input all of this stuff in here. This time is not right, by the way. Date of birth, 4 a.m., that's not right. That just happens automatically. But, as you can see, you can put your status and your license status. You can customize all this in the civilian CAD, just like DOJRP. Anyway, if I'm going to make a call here, I'm going to have to select the call origin. So let's say this was from a 911 caller. Now I have to get the drop-down menu for the 10 codes. So let's say this is a shots fired call. I put 1013 and then type in shots fired. That's not right. Kind of operating on a mouse here.
Also, on the civilian side, you can call 911, and as seen, will show up on the CAD.
Yep. So can you just open in a separate tab the civilian thing and then put that in while I'm making this call? So let's say this... Yeah, so let's say the shots fired call was at Interstate 95, which is in Ultimate Driving Odessa. By the way, we do not own Ultimate Driving. All the credits go to the Ultimate Driving developers, and all the credits, most of the credits actually goes to 22 Pilots, aka Alex, for even making this game in the first place. We love you, Alex. Thank you for making the universe. Keep up the good work, if you're seeing this.
Doubt it.
Anyways, you can also set the postal, which we now have postal maps. So, like, let's say 111. Which I don't know the actual postal codes for the highways because I don't have it up right now and I'm not going to go to it. But now let's put in the description. I'm going to go off hot mic here for a sec and type it in. A 911 caller reports hearing what resembles gunshots on the highway or on Interstate 95. Suspect was described as insert description here. Finally, you have to apply a primary officer. So, in this case, it'd be Ethan, aka 1King27. And now you're all set to make a call as soon as you have all these things in. By the way, before then, you didn't have to have postals in, but I think that's a thing now. Unless you can still make that. To really make the call, you just have to have a primary officer in, and boom. The call is now created, and as you can see here, Ethan has now answered 911, or has made a 911 call, which you can do in the civilian CAD. You click the call 911 button, and it will go through to this dispatcher side. If I click answer call, then we do our thing. This bar will show loading, and it will go away. But we're not done yet. I made the call, right? But he's not assigned to it, because in the drop-down menu, you can set their status to 1097, even if they're not in a call or whatnot, but that's not legit. So let's assign him to the call. Now, on his screen, it would show all the information, as I showed you before. And now, the colors will correspond to whatever status they are. So, if I set you 1097, it will change purple. Now, Ethan, set yourself 1023. Which I believe there is a delay on my side, so... Really, 1023 would be the same color as 106 call pending. It would be blue.
Or refresh if you get delay.
Or I can just do it myself. Now, if they have a 1015, it's dark blue. And, oh, yep, there it went. And now, if you set yourself 1042 or 1041, you can't see them at all. So I'm going to set 1041 here, and he disappears. And now, set yourself 10.8 again, Ethan. This will take him off the call. Unless I cancel the call myself, it'll take him off, and yeah. The usual stuff. The map is in a separate tab, like I said before. The Signal 100 is self-explanatory, which in our 10 codes means hold all but emergency, that's different, emergency traffic. So this pretty much means priority. There's a priority going on. This would commonly be used in 1080 pursuits, which is what this means, 1080 vehicle pursuit. And if a Signal 100 is in effect, this means if you're not involved in the call the priority is involved in, do not talk on the radio.
And also, when a Signal 100 is in effect, it will disable the Call 911 button in the civs.
Is that a function yet?
Yeah, that's been a function for quite a while.
Yeah. Anyway, you can also set the state, or the area of patrol, sorry. Now, right now we don't have anything for Odessa. This is all just Westover Islands. So like Delaware, no South Beach, no police, no sheriff, stuff like that. But and you also have a Zulu time, which for me it's 1:54 p.m. and oh, sorry. Right now that would not be right. It's actually 18:54, I'm assuming, but the Zulu time's not going for me. If I want Zulu time, I just go on my phone and do that, so it's recommended to get a separate Zulu clock, as ours is not really that accurate.
I'm working on fixing it, but I haven't found a way that I can do it properly yet.
Yeah. We do also have community statistics, such as warnings filled, arrests made, citations, and whatnot. My statistics are I've generated 14 calls, no arrests, no citations yet, and no warnings, because that's coming soon. We also do have a global chat for everybody here. You can also put your message here. And right here is our promotional video for the Department of Justice Roblox made by Ethan. So please don't copyright me, Ethan. I'm just kidding. And the top 3 most issued citations and arrests will go here. Ethan originally had like 2 quintillion arrests and 2 quintillion tickets, but he's changed that now. On my profile here, if I click profile, there will be a little, yep, here you go. My name will show up, I will show admin and whatnot, and it will show my users' tickets, but I don't have any tickets yet. So if you are a moderator or above in our community, you have access to the admin panel, which if you are a moderator, usually if you're an admin or higher, you can see the emails. I am currently a moderator for testing. I'm currently a moderator for testing purposes, so that's why you can't see the emails right now. But I can click, let's say, I click Dodge here, Dodge Hell. I can set which departments he has access to, or even if he has access in the first place, and I can also put in a call sign for him. And I can also set his maximum civilians. So if I put this to 0, he can't make civilians at all. And I can also switch the supervisor, switch on and off here. I don't have access to change their access, because that's admins and above, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
And you can issue them a 1090 from here, but you have no function to do that. I don't have access to delete accounts or change admin ranks, but I can change their username. So I could change this to Zach, whatever. But we're not going to do that right now. You can also apply the filter here. I don't know what that does. Apparently it's hiding not approved, approved, and users. So that's weird. And he also has this little button here, what to put here. Reports also has no function. If you click profile or whatnot, it just takes you to your profile. I can also set my max amount of civs, so for the sake of everything and of all things holy, I'm just going to give myself 99 civilians. You could change that to whatever you like, Ethan. Just please don't put it at 0. That was really sad not being able to make civs. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to give myself access to everything real quick. So, like, BCSO and whatnot. BCSO, LSPD, and SAHPs all have the same function. Fire department has no function, unfortunately.
No,
Not yet, at least. Like Ethan said.
It's on my to-do list.
Yep, it's on his to-do list, as you heard. I'm going to change access to... No access to... Not Civ, that's not right. No fire, no BCSO, and no LSPD. That about wraps everything up. Oh, but I forgot to mention. You can log out, but it saves your password, so you don't have to do that. Now, forewarning to everybody with smaller monitors, this CAD is made for 1920 by 1080 monitors. I almost said moderators. So, adjusting the zoom on your web browser, like I've done here, that is solely recommended. I put this at 75%, because I do 100. Goodness gracious. No. Yeah, you can also make bugs and your suggestion and whatnot. And this about wraps up that video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, and if you really liked it, you should totally subscribe. I'm kidding. Subscribe at your own will. I'm not forcing you to. Just give a rating if you'd like. If you don't like the video, give me a suggestion and I'll make it better. Anyway, that about wraps this video up. I'll see you guys later. Peace!